Welcome back to The Rant. We are the big sisters you always wanted, but were lucky enough never to have. Today's topic is the idea of going home for the first time, and what was the other stuff we were going to talk about? I forgot already.
Yeah, I don't really remember.
Was there a second topic?
No, that was pretty much it.
Oh, okay.
Just whatever else came up.
Oh, maybe about our days.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, this is our second podcast, so we're going to introduce ourselves one more time. I'm Nick. I am the owner of The Mic. I don't know what that means in social context.
It means everything.
It means everything.
She has the power.
I have the power. I'm also the main editor, as we have found out. And if you guys...
sugar mama, as you said earlier.
Yeah, I'm the sugar mama. I bought the expensive mic. But if you guys have any, good editing stuff, for audio, please let me know. I'm using Audacity currently, and I kind of want to rip my hair out. But we're getting somewhere.
Not that Audacity is bad.
No, we're not blaming Audacity. It's just, I can't... The problem is, I was trying to edit some stuff, and I realized that, the MP3 style is what Audacity goes into, but, YouTube won't take MP3s, you know? And maybe, a legit podcast site would. We put it on YouTube because we understood that form better. But, also, it's free. Broke college kids. But, the way it formats things is a little out of date, so it's hard to get, there. So, I had to use, 4 separate apps just to get the last video to upload. So, if it looked weird... that's why. But yeah, if you know any good editing software, please let me know. But yeah, I had a good day today. My poetry teacher made us all hold hands, which I don't know why.
Oh yeah, you posted on your Snapchat.
It was weird. Follow me. I'm not telling you my Snapchat. But he was like, okay everyone, now that we've entered this headspace, let's all hold hands. And I've got clammy hands. I will admit to that. 110%.
They're a little wet. They're not that
wet. They're a little moist.
I don't like that word.
Who does?
Your hands are moist.
Anyways, there was a dude next to me that I barely knew, and a girl on the other side of me that I barely knew. And so,
Wait, a cute guy, a not a cute guy?
Not bad looking.
I got the impression from our conversation earlier that he was cute.
That's what I wanted to know.
He was not, bad looking, you know?
That's all we need.
Okay. Anyways.
Were you excited to hold his hand?
No, more, concerned. I don't know. He wasn't, I don't know. I don't really get... there's some boys that get flustered around, but that's, if they're, look like they're... I don't know. I don't know how to explain that, but this was not a fluster boy, if that makes sense.
Right.
Anyways, I held his... Oh, that was loud. Sorry for peeking the mic. I held his hand, and he kind of, held my hand kind of tight. And the girl next to me kind of, did that pinch thing, you know, the princess thing.
Half holding your hand,
half
awkward.
So I had this awkward thing going with, a really, big, strong hand and this awkward, dainty little finger. And we held it there for, 5 minutes. And I was like, dude, my hands are getting
sweaty,
real wet.
Yeah.
Real wet. And so, he told us to finally release. And I kind of, watched both of them to, see if they were going to, wipe their hands off. And the dude didn't, but the girl kind of went...
Oh, it wasn't because of you then. It was because she didn't want to touch people.
I get that.
I'm hoping. But it was an experience. Do not recommend. 10 out of 10 would not do again.
Maybe she thought her hands were clammy, and so she didn't, she was trying to get them off.
She was nervous.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And that's why she wanted to touch her hand.
Maybe I should have just princess hands.
No, both should have done, yeah.
But didn't you say that other guy, grabbed your hand?
It wasn't,
it was
it wasn't a grab.
It was
you
were cute.
It was a solid handhold.
It wasn't the dainty.
It was a church handhold. It's you have an older gentleman next to you and he holds your hand. You just kind of no.
You don't know about that?
No one never made you pray in a circle?
No, we held hands and prayed every now and then, but it was I never stood.
But no, but you don't. You don't know about the old person holding your hand.
No, it was it was my friends. It wasn't any old person.
Thanks for saving me from the edit, guys. The last video, I spent 30 minutes editing in dolphin noises to cover up Ken's issues.
They were mostly my mistakes. I cannot remember people's names.
I've talked now.
That was a really good intro for Nick.
Yeah. What?
You were so my name's Nick, and da-da-da-da-da, and...
Oh yeah, that was a long time.
No, it was funny though.
I'm
glad I got to hear about your day.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you guys like all day.
Yeah, V has a lot different class schedules than Ken and I do, so we're all over the place.
I'm always here when no one else is here, and that sucks.
Do you dance
Sucks for
a
you.
lot? Like, that's what I figured that's like, I had 30 minutes today when no one else was in the room, and I just danced my pants. Like, I was like, do.
Sometimes I do.
You do?
Yeah, sometimes. Most of the time I'm just watching YouTube videos. But,
Respect.
Once in a while, I'll turn on a playlist and just kind of
Sorry.
shake my booty here and there. But, now that you mentioned dance, nice intro.
That was accidental.
Oh, I thought that was on purpose. I went to dance class today.
Ooh.
At my college, we have like a dancing club. We probably have a couple, but I'm in one of them. And it's like you don't have to audition for it. You just kind of join, and then the exec board like creates choreography, and you just kind of go and you dance. And I went with my friend, and the first hour was jazz, and then the second hour was hip hop. I thought that I was gonna be better at jazz. That did not happen. I actually was better at hip hop.
Ooh.
Yeah, I twerked my ass off. It was great.
I had it this time. Gotta edit that out.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's actually, I'm getting very intimate with Audacity.
Can you say that in PG movies? Can you say the word? Yeah, you can. You don't have to edit
Can you
it out.
say the word mother booty?
If you hear an audio feed of me crying after this podcast is over, that's because of all the edits I just had.
I don't think you can say booty in PG movies.
I think you can. I think you can say booty.
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 No.
Okay, anyway, I went to dance class and it was really good, and I, had a lot of fun. So, yeah.
Sorry.
good.
I'm just trying
You don't care.
I care.
I came back from dance class and Ken was working on homework, and I wanted to show her my choreography, and she goes, I need to finish my homework.
That is exactly how I said it. That high-pitched, horrible voice, that's exactly what I said to her. It's not the fact that I was stressed and had homework due at midnight. That I had not finished.
I'm gonna turn the gain down just a hair.
We're being really loud right now.
Rip headphone users, I'm sorry.
Yeah, rip headphones.
Sorry. V and I are yelling at each other. I'm so sorry.
Nice dolphin noise there, Ken.
You're welcome.
Anyway.
I promise, I swear I'm trying.
How was your day today?
My day was okay.
Oh wait, introduce yourself. Wait, go ahead and say your name again.
Oh yeah,
She said that.
I'm V.
V was the dance class
story.
story. Continue.
Yeah.
Go ahead, talk about
I am Ken.
it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Tell me more.
I've done nothing today. I had one class and then I came
Apparently
back.
you did something today, because when I came back you were heavily working.
No, I mean, I was doing a homework, but I didn't have like an interesting day. Oh, I volunteered at
I
a
didn't
daycare.
know that.
Yeah, what? Why?
Well, I know that you volunteer. I just didn't know that you did it today.
Yeah, I volunteered today. It was kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I think the kids think I'm like stupid and weaker though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you burping in the middle of my story?
Usual. Wait, why do the kids think you're stupid or dumb?
Well, there's two kids in particular.
Wait, is it stupid or dumb, or stupid and
one
dumb,
of
or
the-
stupid and...
Wait,
Or-
I didn't mean stupid and dumb. I meant stupid and weak. Weak and stupid.
Oh.
One of them thinks I'm kind of dumb, and the other one thinks I'm kind of weak. Which both of them are not
Like
true.
physically or like
Physically.
emotionally,
Physically.
spiritually, mentally? Okay.
I hope just physically.
They're like elementary
like
school,
7,
right?
yeah.
They probably
Anyway,
aren't there yet.
we were doing this project where we needed pipe cleaners cut in half, and so I was the little kid plastic scissors that don't do anything. I was using to cut through a pipe cleaner, and I was literally having to saw it. And eventually, the kid I was helping gets really annoyed, and he's like, "Here, just let me do it," and grabs it after I've been working on it for like 5 minutes, and it's like 90% of the way done. And so he just snips it the rest of the way, and I was like, "Oh, look at you!" And he's like, "Yeah, it's because I have muscles." And I was like, "Okay." I literally spent.
Keep going.
It was really sad. The other kid, whenever we play a game together, I can never win. And they're like easy games, like Connect 4 and Checkers, games that you think I could outsmart an 8-year-old at. Mm-hmm. I cannot. And he keeps telling me, like, advice, like, you have to plan your next move, you have to think ahead, you have to know what you're doing. And I'm like, I'm trying. Connect 4 is hard. Connect 4 is really hard.
Wait.
I blanked out for a second, and I had no idea that you were talking about Connect 4.
I thought you were talking about chess. How old was he?
I don't know, 3rd grade.
And he thinks you're real bad at Connect 4
Yeah,
now?
that one thinks I'm really dumb, and the first one thinks I'm really weak.
Also, I got an audio board now, so I'm psyched.
What's an audio board?
I don't know. I found an app, and it has a bunch of...
Let me hit this.
No.
I want to hit something.
Oh.
I have the Vine soundboard.
Mission failed.
No, you can't.
Stop hitting random buttons.
I can't turn them off this time.
What is
I
this?
like that one.
That's Harry Potter.
All right.
No, but it's like, you know.
Yeah.
Peaked Mike?
Yeah. Hey, I got one.
Let me see. What you got?
Look at all those chickens.
Also, I run audio for this, so I've got earbuds in right now, and I just died.
What's this one?
I'm scared.
Wait.
Don't we have a topic to talk about?
Oh, right, yeah, introduce our question of the day.
All right. After...
No, she's done.
That's my...
Oh, you did it this time.
That's my...
I wasn't me. It was not me. It was not Ken. It was Nick.
All right. Well, after...
Anyway.
V, do you want to share your Vine? But
That one you have to pay for, so I couldn't play it.
Darn.
Again.
It said gratata, but I'm pretty sure it's the one where she says gratata. You a ta 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 ta.
So why do you need to pay for it? You just do it yourself whenever you need it.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I could just do it.
Oh,
You're
I just
real
burped
low
again.
budget.
I'm so sorry.
You gotta stop.
I can't. They just keep coming.
Wait.
because of that.
Okay. Before we get to the main issue, we have to get to the more important issue on hand.
Which is?
What do people think about TikTok if they loved Vine? Okay, because I was a big Reviner back in the day, and I
Ooh.
freaking hate. You see, I censored myself. I said freaking.
Much appreciate, except for the 16 swear words in a row that I had to edit earlier, so you know,
Unless
that's
they're all
fine.
grouped together, so it's
But
just...
the point is,
I had to make a separate dolphin
hate-
faces.
I hate
big
TikTok.
long.
I do. I'm gonna get roasted in the comments by a bunch of 10-year-olds coming at me.
Hey.
By our 3
I'm
subscribers.
I'm sorry.
Like,
Yeah, by our negative
watchers
2
coming after you.
subscribers. But because they just unsubscribed. 'cause-
Oh, see, no one's left to fight you. They all left.
yeah. But like, this is the thing, right? I think it's just my age. I think it's like
just your
It's
age.
no, because like when Vine was Vine is the same thing as TikTok. It's just on another platform. Because like if I like put myself in that mindset that I was back in like 2014, 2015 when I was like watching all those Vines, I'm like, you know, that was really stupid humor. But I like it still because it's like nostalgic now. But I legit thought it was funny back then.
well, here's the thing. I did not want it. I saw TikTok when it first came out as like a thing that was mostly, and this might be wrong, but like it was like a mostly overseas thing. Like it was really popular overseas, and then it finally hit in the US. And so I downloaded it because there was content on there that I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool. Because I saw those contemplations where it was like craft videos. And
Yeah.
I'm a Pinterest mom, guys. Just let you know. But I saw... and no one laughed. That's okay. That's totally fine. Just dead air. Yeah, what was I talking about?
Pinterest mom.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what? What was I going off of that?
TikTok overseas.
Yeah,
Pinterest
okay,
mom,
so I
don't know.
downloaded it for like a day, and I was like, and I deleted it. And if you look at my phone right now, there's a TikTok app. Dun-dun. And the only...
Do you get on it?
No.
Yes, you do.
No.
I bet you do.
Why would you have
The
to
reason
not
I
use it?
cringed is because the only reason I have it
Is it for BTS?
is for BTS.
Oh my gosh, you need to talk about. I don't think you've talked about that yet.
Guys.
Second
She's
podcast
getting
in.
up.
Guys. Okay. Look.
For those who can't see, she just rearranged herself so she could get at the mic better. This is intense.
We have a topic we'll eventually get to.
Eventually.
This is all get to know you stuff. So when I was younger, I'm currently 19 going on 20. Like we're all
I am 19, going
pretty-
on 20.
It
not
doesn't work that
copyrighted.
way.
Yeah, it's not because it's 19 going on 20,
Also-
not the other one.
Not the other one.
the other drastic one. But I never got into like any boy groups when I was younger.
Jonas Brothers.
I mean, I kinda, like, I was like, oh, that's cute, but I wasn't, like, obsessed, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't buy all their...
not a 2000s child.
I wouldn't buy, like, their albums, or, Stop making side eyes. We don't have...
I'm trying to defend you.
We don't have a video
right
feed yet. Also, eventually, we might get a video feed. Fingers
I
crossed.
wasn't aware of this.
Yeah.
Am I gonna have to put on makeup?
No.
I don't have a bra on
At least
right
a
now.
shirt.
I have a shirt on right. Wait, so I just announced that I don't have a bra, and you're like, at least get a shirt. I'm wearing a shirt. It's an oversized. Oh,
Maybe we can't.
I'm wearing it inside out. Listen, like I said before, I got back from dance practice, and I'm really tired right now. Okay.
The first thing you do is take your shirt off. And then put it back on inside out, apparently.
I was sweaty. Anyway, BTS.
Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, okay. And so I never even really liked Justin Bieber that much, especially when he was, like, real big when we were little. Like, and this wasn't because, like, that whole thing where it's like, I'm not like other girls. Like, that was not what I was trying to do. It just wasn't my thing. Like, I wasn't trying to be cool. It just, I was kind of like, oh, that's weird. I'll never meet him. Why in the world would I get obsessed with him? Right? So then... Maybe I'm just hitting puberty real late or something. But
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Wait, that was way too serious. I'm
Maybe
sorry.
that's why your boobs haven't come in.
Yo, yes they have. Are you really being like that?
Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding. She has boobs. They're really
You
nice.
have a great body, okay? Nick
wow.
has a great body.
I'm
She
just
does.
gonna, you know,
Nicholas,
I
we
will
love
turn
you.
this podcast around, young
Saint
lady.
Nick, we love you.
You're gonna kick me off.
Anyways, let me just get through this story. Okay, so I was at home over the summer, and this will segue actually kind of into the actual topic we need to talk about. Apparently we didn't need a prompt. But I was sitting in my house, and I was super bored because college was out for the first time, and I had no idea what to do with myself because I had been going so much. And so I was watching YouTube videos like every other kid would be of our generation, and I kind of fell down a hole. And I've watched other videos about people who accidentally got into K-pop, and they were like, it's very similar. Because, like, I had no notion of what K-pop was beforehand. Like, I think I saw the Dope music video, like, when it came out.
I love that music video.
And I remember thinking, dude, the guy in the police officer uniform's real cute. I was like, wait, they're all real cute. But then I went, but I don't know what they're saying. And then I kind of just moved on with my life. Like, I didn't have an opinion of not liking them. It was just more like like I didn't have time to like figure out what was going on, you know? And also I have a weakness for pretty boys, so I kind of knew like if I did this, there was no turning back. Anyways, and also I'd heard some really weird stuff about K-pop and that like you laugh, and I'm talking specifically about like the way they treat trainees and like
Well, yeah, that's true.
and like the bad stuff, and I was like, I don't really want to support that. Anywho, I was listening to another podcast that's not this one called it's the Try Guys podcast. Hello, if you're listening, probably not.
Oh my god. Would they? No. That'd be 1 in a million. That'd be so funny if they did.
Maybe one day, guys. I love your content.
You know what? If H3 listened to this podcast, I'd probably pee my pants, so I understand your
Who's
pain.
H3?
Well,
Why are you
H3,
giving me a look?
Are you for real?
I am for real.
Ken's real out of the loop.
Ela
on some
Klein.
stuff.
Ethan Klein. I'm an Ela Kleiner, okay?
Do we want to
Get off my
Speaking
freaking
gibberish
back.
to me right
I'm
now.
not!
None of this makes sense.
Hold on, let's...
Anyway, BTS.
I'm sorry. We all got real close to the mic recently, so...
We're yelling.
Okay. Anyways, one of them...
Breaking news. Ken is taking off her bra.
Yeah, but not my shirt like V did, so we're good.
I'm eventually gonna get through this story.
We can't do video because we like strip down the middle of it.
Demonetized.
This is gonna be demonetized.
We have to hit 1,000 subscribers to get monetized. Tell your friends. I need money. But anyways, they mentioned BTS in passing, and they're like, dude, they're so cool. And I was kind of like heard some stuff. Now, this is in May of 2019, right? So they have just almost finished up their US tour. Like, I was so out of the loop. Because I didn't even know they were in the US in any way, shape, or form. What? Why are you laughing at me?
No, it just reminds me of like in 2014 when I listened to My Chemical Romance and they broke up in 2013. I was like, oh my god, they broke up when they had already been broken up for a year.
Dude, they just...
What a sad life.
You know what?
No, it just reminds me of that because like
That's a
we had a
shame.
similar experience.
Yeah, okay, look, here's the thing.
BTS is still together.
Oh,
No, okay, but it's like she's like finding out about them while they're leaving.
I was just behind. They were still
Yeah.
doing tours. They were just heading off to their Europe tour, and so
My Chemical Romance.
I don't want to talk about my
Does he have
fake
a
emo
phase?
self, okay?
A fake emo phase.
I literally wore a shirt that said, "It's not a phase, Mom." Okay.
I heard
people.
that like kids either go through like a real prep phase or a real emo phase, and it's one or the other,
What
and it's
did
not
you
in
do? None of
between.
those.
I also went through a hip hop phase.
Whoa!
I had a
Yeah,
hippie chick phase.
I have
I wore
pictures.
like.
Can I see them after we're
Oh,
done?
I think I do have pictures. I wore
Look
like
in the
hoop
comment section
earrings
for.
and, like. Do you not
Nude
remember me in
photos.
7th grade when I wore like a bunch of chains and like hoop earrings?
You did that?
And I put mousse in my hair, but so it was
We
really crunchy.
all met in
and-
6th grade, so that's why we have a lot of dirt on each other.
Oh,
we actually
yeah.
all happened to accidentally go to the same
I
college.
think I blocked out middle school. I have no recollection of you at all.
I remember a
So
lot. in
I'm gonna
middle
talk to
school,
you guys
probably
now,
too
but
much.
you know BTS was actually.
Don't stop.
Anywho, I watched The Boy with Love because I love Halsey with a deep burning passion before this even started. And I was like, oh, hey, they're pretty cool. And I was like, but there's a lot of jokes that I didn't get because I was trying to look for like Halsey content. And so like they would have a bunch of BTS content in it. And I like watched like the behind the scenes stuff. And I didn't really like understand the jokes and everything. And I was like, well, I could just like learn their names and stuff. I was like, and so then it just got worse. And then I watched Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And if you've watched Blood, Sweat, and Tears, you know there was no turning back. So, yes, now I am a BTS ARMY, and I proudly wear that badge. I'm an OT7, though, so.
What does that mean? You're also speaking gibberish.
OT7 means that you, like, appreciate them as a group, and you're not gonna, like, there's some people, we don't need to get into this, because it's, like, this is K-pop drama, which I'm not sure anyone that, if you unsubscribe for this, please don't. We won't talk about this again, probably, I promise.
We will definitely talk about
Oh, no!
Yeah, I can
Anyways.
make that promise.
So, like, there's some people who, like, think other members are, like, better than the other members, and that they should only, like, they should get rid of the others and leave, like...
They should go solo or they should go duo.
Yeah.
Wow. What bitch?
Oh my gosh.
Bleep.
Guys, this is why I don't talk about BTS a lot, because, like, I just get attacked, and I don't know...
Am I attacking you
I don't know
right
how to feel, and I feel like...
I'm not attacking you. I understand. Also, when I was a sophomore, I listened to EXO a lot.
Ooh, you're gonna get some comments about
Some
that.
got the some
Wait, copyrighted.
I was singing it. Oh, okay. Overdose by EXO. That's the song I was singing.
Alright, well, what was the Oh, I know what the topic was now. Okay.
How long have we been talking?
We've been talking for 22 minutes.
Oh my gosh, we can't make it too long. They're not like willing to listen to us for that long.
How long are
yet.
the podcasts you listen to, Kate?
Like an hour and a half to 2.
Oh.
But did they
15.
start out that long, or did they work up to it?
They started out at probably like 30.
We'll
Okay.
go for like 40 minutes, and then we'll stop.
I have to shower
You have to shower
and do more homework.
and do more homework. Guys, college is predominantly
College
homework.
is stressful. Don't
Anyways,
do it.
okay. Now that
It's a scam.
Now that I've talked about BTS kind of for 7 minutes, I'm so sorry. Actually, no, I'm not. Go stream music. Anyways, there.
We stand a stand.
We stand a
Yeah.
stan. I'm a stan. I'll admit it.
You're I stand you.
When are we talking about? Oh. The topic at hand that I meant to talk about 20 minutes ago was the idea of going home for the first time. So right now it's October, so most likely you either maybe only have gone home for like a weekend or maybe not for like a super long period, but Thanksgiving break, believe it or not, is right around the corner, and so is Christmas break. And going home as a freshman, I didn't really know what to expect, so we're going to tell you about our experiences so you kind of get like an idea. So I don't know who wants to get the ball rolling.
I'll go first. I don't have a lot to say. I also kind of want to go get food after this, so I want to be done. Anyway.
She just got uber close to the mic, so I'm sorry.
Am I that close? Am I too loud?
No, actually, you're fine.
I'm good?
You're not peeking it.
All right. Going home for the first time. I was excited to go home for the first time my freshman year because I was dropped off in August and I did not go home until like the middle of October.
At our college, they recommend a 6-month break period.
6 weeks.
6
6
weeks.
weeks, not 6 months.
6 week break
Bye,
period.
Mom. See you in a year. No, so after the 6 weeks were up, I did go home for a weekend. I went home on a Friday and came back on a Sunday. And it was different. It was more like a trip. You know, it's weird to have to pack up to go to your own house. Mm-hmm. And because most of my stuff wasn't there anymore. Most of my stuff was in my dorm. But I went home and it was fun and I liked it. But it wasn't until later when I was at home for like an extended period of time that I realized it was like different. Oh. You know, like you get used to having your own way and your own space and doing your own thing or whatever you want to do. But when your parents are there and your siblings are there, it's a little different. And it's kind of hard to go back to being like the kid when you're like, I'm actually an adult and I have my own way of doing things. And, you know, your parents have a different way, which is fine. Like, that's totally fine, but it's different. You know, and it's kind of hard to, like, be an adult in your parents' house. Not that they don't treat you as an adult, but that it's like you have your roles, you have the way things have always been, you know, and when you go away from college and kind of come into your own a little bit more, and you go back home, it's harder to, like, make it work. You know, like,
the transition's hard.
Yeah, the transition's hard. It's like an adjustment period trying to figure out how you fit back in there, you know. Not that it was, like, difficult, but it was different, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So it was, but going home that first weekend, I didn't really get that. It was like just excited to be home and away from school for a little bit. But when I went home for like a longer period, definitely by that summer break, but probably by Christmas break, I was feeling it, feeling how it had changed, but in a good way, too. You know, like it's good that I was ready to like be a little more independent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have my own way of like doing things. All right, I'm done.
I can go next. Okay, so the reasons we're giving multiple perspectives is because we're all kind of different people. Ken's a middle child, so it may have been different for their parents.
AKA the least favorite.
We need to talk about your group project, about how that ended out. The story continued. But I'm an eldest, so of two, so it's not like crazy. But there's a pretty wide gap between me and my younger sibling. So sometimes it feels like I'm an only kid. And so leaving for college was super emotional for my parents and I. And I've always been really scared about leaving home. Like, I used to cry every day when I left for kindergarten. Like, I was clingy.
True story, I saw her on the bus.
She thought I was mean and ignored me. So we didn't really get to know each other until much later. But I don't want to talk about that. Anyways, I had, like, severe, like, attachment issues. Like, I had, like, separation anxiety, like, pretty severely. So I never really saw myself going away to college until I was a senior in high school, and I was like, dude, I gotta do it or I'm just gonna be scared of it forever, you know, about moving out. And so I moved out, and I moved in with Ken when we got to college, and I mean, I was sad, and my heart hurt a little bit to miss my parents, and there were some tears even after they left. But eventually, you know, like, I kept pushing, and it was fine. Like, it turned into this thing where I understood myself and my needs, and I could self-regulate, and I could take care of myself, and I got used to, like, making sure my, like, clothes were done, and that I fed myself. Was a couple issues there, but we don't need to get into that. But the weird thing is when I went home, like, I was expecting, because everyone's like, oh, you know, you'll go home and you'll hate it, because, you know, like, your parents will set all these rules. My parents had always been pretty chill. Like, we didn't really butt heads a lot over rules. But I went home, and it kind of, like, I got, like, smacked in the face with, like, someone else's structure program, and I had to, like, fit myself back into that. It was like the Lego pieces no longer fit, because I was a different person. And that was really rough for my parents and I. My mom and dad were like, you're not... I mean, not that they're like, oh my gosh, send her back, she's defaulty. But they were basically like, you're a different person now. And I'm like, oh gosh, I am. You know? Like, they hadn't changed, but I had. And so it was weird because I didn't get as much privacy as I had at college, you know? Like, I never saw college as being private, you know? But the idea...
You think it's the opposite.
You would, but I got to do a lot more of the stuff I wanted to do when I was gone, you know? And so, like, Thanksgiving break was cool, and Christmas break came along, and, like, the first week I was like, dude, I'm home, it's so great. And the second week I was like, I want to go back. I got so frustrated with being in my house. And that's... PSA, Mom and Dad, I love you. Please do not be offended. But the thing is, I was an adult now. And despite what I thought was going to happen when I was a kid, which is what I thought I would just crash and burn, I didn't. And so it was this, like, really neat experience of growth. But I still sometimes do not look forward to going home for long periods of time. Because I've just gotten used to being me. But I think it's getting better. Like, towards the end of the summer, things really made a lot more sense. But, like, those first couple of weeks, it was rough. Because my mom was like, hey, you gotta get up. And I was like, why? It's 1 p.m. I can sleep longer. And she's like, no, you can't. Or, like, don't be up till really late at night. You need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do this, we need to do that. Your room's a mess. But, like, I'd handled a job in college while also self-regulating myself. So it kind of, like, butted heads over the idea of me being my own person.
Yeah, it's like when you go back home, you and your parents kind of expect to, like, pick up where you left off as a kid. But, like, it doesn't. Like,
it's impossible now.
Yeah, you're not you're not a kid anymore, you know? And if anything, college just kind of accentuates that fact. So it's kind of, there's an adjustment period.
Yeah. So if you go home and, like, you butt heads with your parents for a solid good while and you're like, why does this irritate me a lot? It's probably because you feel like maybe they don't understand the fact that things are different now. And sitting down and having a conversation with them, because, you know, you're all adults now, is very beneficial for everyone involved. And maybe talking, like, readjusting your curfews and, like, telling them, like, hey, don't worry, I took care of myself at college. I'm still alive. So you guys don't have to worry as much.
Yeah, it's hard for them to let go, too.
Oh, yeah.
You're like the child, and it's hard for them to accept that, but, you know.
My dad says he still sees me as, like, 12, so it makes sense. All right. V, do you want to talk about going home?
I relate a lot to what you guys have said. I didn't have as much of a problem with my parents, like, not, like, for instance, with things like curfew or stuff like that, but, like, the little things, like, just me coming back literally a different person and having to make that adjustment. Full disclosure, like, a lot of events transpired from the time that I entered my first year to the time that I left my first year. Within the first week of me being at college, classes hadn't even started yet. My grandmother passed away, so I had to leave early. They call it freshman orientation week, so I had to leave that early. I had to leave band camp early to go to her funeral, and then I got home at like 9 p.m. on the Sunday before I had an 8 a.m. class that next day, Monday morning. So already kind of a rough start. And then I don't really remember going home that much first semester, and since I was in the marching band, we actually went to Macy's and did the Macy's Day Parade. Ooh. And so
that'll be a story.
Yeah, that's a story for another time though. But so I didn't really even get to go home that much for Thanksgiving break. I was there for like a day or two, and then I had to come back to college and then get right on a bus and go to New York for Macy's Day. So the first time that I really went home was winter break. And I think the biggest thing that really affected me was the fact that, you know, being an oldest sibling, I very much took on the role of, you know, I have 2 younger siblings, so it's like I don't just take care of myself, I also take care of my siblings. And so when I left, they initially did feel that hole, and especially like my sister, who's 2 years younger than me, but she's like the middle child. She like would text me and be like now I have to be the older sibling. Now I have to take care of our younger brother, and it's difficult because I didn't realize how much you did until you weren't there anymore. And so that kind of made me feel good but also bad in a way, because it was like I can't help when things go wrong. But then what really hurt is when I came back for winter break and I realized that they had figured out a way to go on without me. Yes. That is horrible, and that's something you don't even really think about, and it's kind of along the same lines of you having your own schedule and them having their own schedule, but it's the fact that sorry, that was her thing, but it's the fact that you used to be in your family's schedule, but then once you leave for college, they have their own schedule, and you don't fit into that schedule anymore. And so then when you come back into their lives, even though it's for a couple of weeks, it's like weird. And you kind of feel like you're not part of the family anymore, even though you are, you know? Yeah. So that was something that really I had to get used to, but it gets better as time goes on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think another thing is I was a little weirded out that things had changed in my house, and I did not know about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you moved.
Oh, yeah.
The summer before you went to freshman year of college.
Yeah, I lived in my childhood home for like 15 years, and then we moved like a month before I moved into college, and so I wasn't there very long. We hadn't finished unpacking. I hadn't gotten used to it or got to calling it home yet, but then I left and spent more time at college than I had in my new house. And when I came back, like, it wasn't the way it was when I left it, and I didn't really know where things were in the kitchen or in the garage, and I had to, like, ask people in my own house, like, hey, where is this? Which was a little weird.
Yeah.
And, like, different ways home. Like, we were coming home from the school, like, my old high school, and it was, like, a different way home. And I was like, this is so weird. It was hard to get used to. And, like, even now when I go home and things are a little different, like, they put something up, or they've taken something down, or they've rearranged a room, it's like, this is just so weird.
It's hard. It's
yeah,
really hard.
It's like, this is not the house I remember, especially because it was really new anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My parents, actually, my first year of college, lost, like, a combined, like, 75 pounds.
Not your house, but your parents.
My parents
It
changed. They, like, their habits changed a lot. Like, every time I go home, my parents very sweetly go, like, oh, we eat so much more fast food. And it's just because I'm used to that. Like, I just kind of grab what I can and run because I'm always late to stuff. And so I'm like, hey, let's get this. And so my parents had gotten, like, a much healthier diet when I was at home. And so then I'd come home and intervene my college kid diet of ramen and macaroni and cheese. And suddenly they're like, I've gained 5 pounds. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Also, they got a dog without, like, don't get me wrong. They called me beforehand, but they adopted a dog on a day I wasn't even there. And it's weird.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's kind of poetic. Because, like, I'm never going to live at my house full time anymore. You know?
Yeah. It's like the easy transition into you becoming your own person and them becoming their own
Like a
person
foot
without
out the
you.
door.
Yeah, it kind of gives me goosebumps to think about the fact that, like, their story is continuing without me because now we're, like, diverging, you know? And this is the first steps in that divergence. And it's kind of painful, but it's also really serendipitous at the same time. Big word for the day.
Look it up at home, kids.
Oh,
if you don't know the definition.
Did you guys watch Word Girl as a kid?
Yes.
Oh my god.
With the monkey.
With the monkey! My mom used to complain because I would take whatever words they were using and I would, like, find the smallest chance to throw them in. And she goes, don't be a butt.
If you don't know what we're talking about, go on PBS Kids.
PBS Kids was my life. We didn't have cable until I was in, like, first grade. And so it was just all PBS Kids.
I love PBS Kids.
Anyways, it's just, it's gonna be weird. And that's what it's supposed to be. If it's not weird, then, well, if it's not weird, don't be concerned, but you're lucky.
Yeah.
If it
But
is
don't
weird,
be
you're not
concerned,
alone.
yeah, if it is weird.
Yeah.
Because it's most likely going to be
Like,
weird.
if you had, even if, no matter, I read somewhere, wrote a paper about leaving to go to college. Oh, that's a name! Bleep. Bleep, bleep. I'm sorry. Anyways, hopefully she won't mind me. Like,
A good friend of
a good
ours.
friend wrote a paper about leaving for college, and she said, no matter what relationship you had with your parents, it's gonna get better when you leave. You know?
Yeah, because they're still, like, even when it's weird and you're, like, you guys are changing, like, they're still going to be there for you for, like, as long as they can be. It's not like you have to say goodbye forever.
Yeah. Like,
But it's definitely different.
like,
'cause
I
you're not
call
there
my-
every day. No, you're good. You're good.
I call my parents and I get really excited to hear their voices, you know? And going home for a weekend is always really nice because it's like a break. Like, someone, like, cooks you food and you get to see your little siblings and, you know, they do your laundry. Well, maybe not everyone gets their laundry done, but I do.
I at least do my laundry at home and it's free.
Yes,
Instead of
exactly.
doing the laundry
Speaking
here.
of which, my laundry finished. That was the timer you heard going off.
Oh, we should probably wrap it up then.
Yeah.
We might have to go because I don't want my... Oh, hey, here's the thing. If you are in college...
This is
and-
advice.
This is advice.
Yeah.
If you are in college and you guys have, like, communal washer and dryers...
Oh my gosh. Set a timer for your freaking laundry.
Yeah, if you leave your...
If your laundry is done right now and you are if you're in a dorm and your laundry is done, get it out right now. Pause the podcast, get it out and come back because you're being rude to your fellow hallmates.
Yeah, so speaking of, I've got a... Well, we're in a apartment this year style dorm, so there's a lot more washers and dryers, so I don't have to leave necessarily, but if you guys are in, like, a really packed dorm, please go get it, because it will get thrown on the floor by someone. Maybe not the floor.
If they're nice to table, but...
Or on top of the dryer, but I'll admit I've moved stuff before because
Yeah, I
I've
mean-
been down there for like an hour and there was no washers or dryers, and I was like, this one's done. It's been done for an hour. I'm gonna move it. So please don't be that person.
My freshman dorm had a group me, and the laundry drama was so bad that they changed the name of the group me from, like, our dorm name to Laundry Beef. Because literally all that would be posted in there was either fake bots trying to get us to buy essay people to do your essays for you. Don't do that. That's a scam, and you're gonna get, freaking plagiarized. And also, so-and-so, dryer 3 is done, and if you don't take your stuff out in 10 minutes, I'm gonna take it out. And if it's the washer, it's even worse, because they'll either be nice and put it in the dryer, or they'll take your out, and they'll put it on top of the washer, and it's nasty. I've never had that happen to me, because I am a considerate person.
Yeah, set a freaking timer.
Kid and I actually, once... Okay, Kid and we've known each other for a long time, and we were trying to save money, so, our delicate wash for our, fancy clothes, if we would wait until it, piled up for both of us, until it, combined, we were the size of a load, so we threw it in the washer, and then we had a fire drill. Yeah, but the thing is, before that fire, the washing was, done before the fire drill, and we didn't realize, no, it was in the dryer, and so we were sitting there, and we were, saying, I wonder what the fire drill was, and maybe it was someone's, dryer clothes, and then we realized we hadn't gotten our clothes out of the dryer in, 2 hours, so we came back, and there was, all of our lady clothes strewn on top, and there was dude clothes in there, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, bro, and so...
Did he lady clothes? He did not steal her panties. He did not. Don't be weird.
As far as we know.
I mean, guys are weird.
As far as you know.
No, they're not.
Probably. I mean, okay, he probably did not. We didn't count.
I wouldn't steal a guy's boxers, but I wouldn't put it past a guy to steal my panties.
That's because they're pretty.
And on that note, we're gonna.
V's wisdom of the day.
Hide your panties.
Wait, do you need this?
Kate's wisdom of the day: hide your panties and take out your laundry.
And on that lovely note,
we're gonna call it a night.
And on that lovely note, we're gonna go ahead and sign off for the day. So thanks again for listening. We're very happy to get to know more about you. In the comments below, if you have any questions about college life or things like that, go ahead and put it down, or questions you have about us. But it's nice to go on this journey with you guys, and we'll see you next time.
We love you. We'll miss you. Bye.
Do the thing. Comment,
comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Bye-bye.
Rip headphone users.